Hey guys, obviously this is a video that no one ever wants to do, but this is a reaction to Caris LeVert's terrible injury suffered today. Most likely out for the season, kind of similar to the Gordon Hayward injury we saw last year. Maybe not as bad, but definitely did not look good at all. So, I mean, this is just like I'm just gonna freestyle this. I haven't really made any notes or anything like that, but people are kind of freaking out that the Nets are finished. They're done. They have no chance at making the playoffs at all this year. And like I'm not sure if that's exactly the case. I mean, Caris LeVert was the heart and soul of this team. I agree with that. I believe he was averaging the most points for us. He was making our clutch baskets and all that kind of stuff. But the Nets right now are 6-8. They're ahead of teams like Orlando, Miami, Washington, Chicago, the Knicks, Atlanta, and Cleveland. None of those teams, maybe outside of Miami, really scare me. I mean, Washington might pick it up at some point, but I'm not ready to rule the Nets out for the rest of this season. I mean, losing Caris LeVert sucks. We get it. Guys were crying on the court. I had knots in my stomach for like the last few hours about what happened, and it's really something that's going to take a while to get over. And I do think Caris will bounce back next year. He's had surgeries in the past on his foot. Definitely not this severe, but we've seen players like Paul George and Gordon Hayward come back from this kind of injury. So it's definitely not a career ender for Caris LeVert. But it sucks. I mean, this guy was definitely one of the leading candidates for most improved player. And this is just something that would happen to the Nets. I mean, the Nets have a player that looks like he's on the brink of stardom, and he's averaged, I think, 18 points a game this year, maybe more, and was making clutch baskets and just was our guy, and was getting a lot of attention from fans outside of the Nets. And it's really nice to see a Nets player get on the map, and then something like this happens, and it's just really unfortunate. But you got to think of other guys that are going to step up. I mean, this might open minutes for Zanan Musa, who was our first round pick this year. He's been up and down from the G League to the NBA team. Really hasn't played much this year other than garbage time. So I'm pretty intrigued to see what he's got. But I think you pretty much just replace LeVert and put Dinwiddie in his spot. Have Napier back up Dinwiddie, and you go from there. I mean, they're definitely not going to match up with what LeVert's done this year. But Dinwiddie's one hell of a player. I mean, let's be honest. He's no LeVert, but he's a pretty damn good player. I mean, Shabazz Napier's been surprising this year as well. He could definitely run backup point guard for this team. So, I mean, I don't think this is like a season-ending type of thing for the Nets. I mean, it's not like the Lakers losing Kobe Bryant in like 2007 or something like that. I love Caris, but I don't hold him to that Kobe Bryant kind of regard yet. But yeah, obviously this is really unfortunate. But we hung around with a Timberwolves team, that's pretty damn good, and we didn't even have Jared Allen either. So we had no Jared Allen, we had no Caris LeVert for half the game, and the Nets players just saw a gruesome injury right in front of their bench, and for a guy that they love. So this team right now, they're still in the 8th seed as we speak. I'm hoping that they can, rally for Caris and play the rest of the season for him and somehow make the playoffs. But for the people that think this season's over because of this, I mean, I'm not totally on board with that. I think we kind of need to be positive here and look at what we do got. The Nets have pretty solid depth. I mean, they don't have a star player, but the Nets have a pretty decent bench. A lot of guys that could play Caris' position, whether it's Alan Crabb, he sucked this year. I'll be honest with you guys, he has sucked. Dinwiddie could play that spot. I want Musa to play. Joe Harris could play that spot. Napier could play that spot. So there are guys to fill in for him. It's not like now that Caris is gone, the season's over. I think we need to be a little more positive about this and look at the brighter things. Like we saw D'Angelo Russell play a phenomenal game tonight. Had 31 points, 6 assists, made 9 3-pointers. He looked electric, and if he can play somewhere near that level on a consistent basis, I mean, maybe this injury opens up room for Russell to grow, and he doesn't have to share this team anymore. This kind of becomes D'Angelo's team, and I'm not sure right now who's going to start next to him and who's going to be his backcourt mate. I feel like it might be Crab, unfortunately, because maybe Kenny likes to have Dinwiddie coming off the bench. I'm really not sure how they're going to handle that, but Kenny needs to play D'Lo more. I mean, he's definitely not played enough minutes this year. I mean, some Nets fans want to get on D'Angelo for saying he has no upside and saying that there's no ceiling for him, but I really don't think he's been that bad this year. I mean, I really do. I mean, there have been moments where D'Angelo's kind of looked terrible and has made some stupid mistakes at times, and especially late in the fourth quarter. But he's gotten better. I mean, there definitely are positives when it comes to D'Angelo Russell. Very talented player. I want to see him get more minutes, and whoever fills in for LeVert has some pretty big shoes to fill, but I think we can somehow get it done. I mean, I don't think this definitely hurts the Nets' chances of getting that 8 seed, but I don't think it's completely over yet. So, Nets fans, I mean, try to keep hope, and we'll see what happens coming up soon. I believe we're home for the Miami Heat Wednesday, so we'll see what happens. And I think, maybe these guys, they're a tight group. Maybe they rally together and play this season for Caris and somehow make the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, I wish Caris the best and hope he gets well soon and comes back even stronger next year.